Hi, this is Peter with Making Sales Simple, and I wanted to personally invite you to the Shed Sales Summit this September in Knoxville, Tennessee. First of all, we're going to have some speakers come in that are motivational, but also knowledge-driven. So one of the things they're going to teach you is about marketing. And as we look around in this shed industry, there's all kinds of people talking about marketing, but this guy has a proven track record. Steve Robinson will be joining us in Knoxville, Tennessee. You do not want to miss him. He is known for creating the Cows campaign for the Chick-fil-A brand, and he will be speaking to us. Make sure you get your tickets at shedsalessummit.com. You won't want to miss it this September in Knoxville.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Simply Shed Talk show, where we have some live breaking news for the shed industry. But before we get into that, of course, I am Andrew Boyle, your host, along with
Peter Miller, and glad to be here and looking forward to breaking this news with you guys today.
I'm updating the post real quick. Sorry about that. That's the thing of going live. You got to be prepared. But anyways, we are excited to be back on here. Before we get into all of the fun and breaking news that we have for the shed industry, couple of ways you can follow us. We have the new Simply Shed Talk Facebook page. You can go there, like the page, turn the notifications on. You'll get notified when we go live, so you can join the conversation, ask your questions live, get on the show, advertise yourself, advertise your business, or the Simply Shed Talk Facebook page, the Simply Shed Talk YouTube page. If you go on there and subscribe, we would really appreciate that. And of course, all the other great Facebook groups out there that allow us to share this to the page. We really appreciate that. But without further ado, the breaking news for the day, something we are very excited about, become very passionate about. Of course, we're passionate about the shed industry and just being a part of it, and what you guys have done for me personally, and all the, coming into the shed industry a long time ago, but kind of getting all into it recently, all of the support and, help you guys have offered for us in the shed industry. So we are excited to announce we are hosting the National Shed Show February 22nd through 25th in 2027 in Daytona Beach, Florida. That is
exciting.
Yes, in Florida in February.
Last February, we were in New York and we were in Indiana, and there's this white stuff on the ground. Well, we have a different kind of white stuff, and I'm excited to see you all, to see that white sandy stuff that is not really that cold. And Florida in February, guys, this is going to be a great show. We're looking forward to having you all join us this coming February. If you haven't got any plans, this is one you want to mark down on the calendar right now. And we're going to be having the Shed Sales Summit is going to be coming up during that week as well. And so there's a lot of things, to stay tuned on those events coming up. We're excited to host the National Shed Show, and then also to have the Shed Sales Summit right there at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. Peter's letting the schedule out there. It is the Shed Sales Summit will be on that Monday at the Hilton Oceanside Resort, the Grand Ballroom. And let me tell you how it got its name. When it's on the second story, the hotel we were staying at is located directly on Daytona Beach. And if you're familiar with Florida, that side of Florida has the big waves. They always have, that's where people go to surf, and it's a lot. My kids love going over there because it has the really big waves. And so the Grand Ballroom has floor to ceiling, and the ceilings are, I don't know, 15, 20 foot tall, solid glass overlooking the beautiful big waves in Daytona Beach. And It's going to be a lot of fun. We were there the other day. Absolutely loved it. We got some videos we will be posting for you guys to see. We went in the water. I don't know if it was by choice or not, but anyways, we if you look at some of the videos we did, you guys will see them soon. But by the end of the day, I had like a sunburn. My shirt was all sweaty. We were out there all day shooting videos and kind of meeting with the convention center and the hotel and finalizing everything. But if you go to it's live right now, the nationalshedshow.com. You can go on there. Registration is open. Registration is free. You're welcome to come. Anybody's welcome to come. It's free. The hotel is up there. You'll be able to stay at the Hilton Oceanside Resort, potentially with your balcony looking directly at the ocean for under $200 a night. So we were excited that we were able to work that out. We're anticipating a lot of people come. That's how we're able to get a little bit cheaper rate. So you can go on there now because it will book up quickly. Because the other exciting thing is if you're a race fan, the Daytona 500 is just 5 miles away, and it is the day before our event. So if you wanted to come a day early, watch the Daytona 500. I looked it up. I think the tickets were $246 was like the nice seats right up front. They still have some available. But with that being said, the hotel is going to book up. So we have a room block for that discounted rate, but it will book up quickly just because of people that are kind of there for the race. They'll be leaving by then, but they'll still be if they want to stay around and hang out at the beach or whatever that is. But Peter, what are you most excited about with the National Shed Show?
So what I'm excited about is having the opportunity to get together with all of the different people in the shed industry again. You know, the Shed Builder Expo has been something that I enjoy going to every single year. It's been described as family reunion. It's been described as the big shed show. It's been described as all these different things. But I think one of the things that this industry has been, how can I say, somewhat starving for is more community and more opportunity for people to do things together and grow this industry. Because I think there was a line, you had said something like, as we grow together, we grow stronger forever, or something along those lines. And I think this industry is needing more of that. And we hope that with this National Shed Show, it just grows that much more. Because we want you to be able to come to not just the National Shed Show, we want you to come to all the different shows and be able to help create more community in this industry.
Yes, absolutely. The more community, the more time we can get together, the better. I was in the furniture industry for a long time. There was always a couple of big shows a year, and it's one of the things I look forward to. But this is a live show. Welcome to comment on here. We'll see your comments live. You are welcome to click the link, join the conversation. But we would love to hear from you, maybe on here or even offline, or a lot of you guys have our phone numbers. Text us, email us. We would love to get your opinions, ideas on what would make this, a special show. So we have a lot of things planned for this, and we're still working through the details. We're working with the FCC, the FAA, working with the FAA, the FCC, the city of Daytona Beach, the county of Osceola County, and there was one more, wasn't there? We're working on through all these, the Parks and Rec, and we're going to have a pretty cool show on the beach. And we can't tell too much. I don't want to say it, and we can't get it done. But we're literally working with all those county and state organizations to get this show done. And then we're even going to have at night after the show, we're going to have on the beach. It's kind of on the grass area before the beach, but we're gonna have volleyball at night. We're gonna try to we're getting some permits to have that done, but set some volleyball nets up, have some just activities at night of just hanging out in volleyball. All if there's no cost to it, we're gonna provide refreshments. But it's just a way to like just hang out. There's on the back of the Hilton Oceanside Resort. There's plenty of seating, lighting at night, and just to have some fellowship in the industry. I think it's going to be a great time, and we would love to hear your ideas on things that we could do to help make this show a memorable experience, a family-friendly experience. Also, the other thing we're going to have is we're having a pie baking contest. So you'll see it on the website.
Can I be a judge? Can I be a judge?
No, you do not want Peter to be a judge. Peter, wasn't it you with the chili, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had this competition at our church one time, and this is like a rabbit trail, but we got to go down it. And it was like these ladies made the chili, right? And so, this is like their family recipe. They put a lot of pride. They're thinking they're going to win. So Peter's over there, and he's being a good judge, I guess. He's critiquing, and he's like, he's eating, and he's like, whoever made this one's terrible. And then the next one was like, I think he's something about like, I don't know who put these kind of beans in their chili. And it was like this little like lady, and she got like not offended, but you could tell her she was so excited about her chili, and then it's like, and then like afterwards, Peter's like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but so don't have Peter be the judge unless you want honest, unfiltered feedback. But no, we're gonna have a.
It wasn't very politically correct or there wasn't very much compassion there. But I've worked on that, so I would be glad to try to be the judge again. But if there's others, we definitely will have a pie baking contest.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna not have Peter be the public judge at least. But no, we're gonna have that. We're trying to create something that is family friendly, good for the community. Stuff we can do. So if you have ideas, we'd love to hear it. I know we've talked to a few of you guys in the industry, and the support has been amazing, giving us, even helping us with ideas and tips and tricks. But if we are looking for all the help we can get to make it a better, a funner experience. But the website is up. You're welcome to go to it, nationalshedshow.com. Registration is open. Registration is free right now. Also, all of the booths right now are 50% off. So we're trying to make this a family-friendly event and also affordable for you guys to come advertise your business. Like I said, anybody in the backyard industry is welcome. We'd love to have you guys. But it's gonna be fun. Actually, we were there I think 2 weeks ago. And there's a fishing pier right out back, which is pretty cool. But there was a manatee under the fishing pier. I didn't even know manatees lived in the ocean. But that's just kind of a unique thing about being there.
Or Gulf of America. No, they're all over as long as it's got some warm water as far as around Florida. But yeah, there's you might want to be careful if you wander out into the water a little bit because there is a lot of rip currents there. But as far as enjoying the sand, the warm, maybe dipping your toes in the water a little bit, Daytona Beach is one of the best beaches to do that in. And hey, the other thing I noticed is they have Dipping Dots and Cold Stone Creamery ice cream right on the beach. There's literally a ice cream truck pulled up right out there and another one driving up and down. So if you get too hot, you can definitely get some cold refreshment there. Not that it'll help anything where you're starting a diet or anything, but it definitely will be helpful there. I was thinking, Andrew, we have the options there for, but when was the date exactly? Just so that way people have that again. When is this going to happen again?
Sure. So the date is February 22nd through the 25th. We're going to have a lot more stuff on our calendar. We're still working through some of the details. I didn't want to put it on there yet, but it will be a fun-filled event. And the other thing that we have available is, I know we've been working with a few people, but we do have the room at the convention center. We have the whole facility. We have some room if anybody's interested in doing some dealer days or whatever you guys want to call it for your get your company together. We do have some rooms available on Friday, which would be the day after the show, to bring your teams together for the event. I know we have a couple of companies that are, going to be coming for that and doing their own event. But this is, again, it's all about the industry and bringing the industry together. So anything we can help you with, and just helping you get those rooms. We're not looking to charge you guys or anything like that. We're just trying to provide a place for you guys to come and have a team meeting or whatever it is. We have rooms available from a conference room that seats, I think, 10 or 15, all the way up to I think one of the ballrooms is available. I think it seats like 500. So those are available. If you guys are interested, please reach out to Peter Miller. His cell phone number is 863
673-7941.
All right,
and if I don't answer, text me. Yeah, text me is one of the best ways to get me, because as you can tell, I am always, it seems like, on the road, and usually either on some sort of call or doing that. So you get a hold of me any way you possibly can there. I want to be able to help you out there. You had mentioned a little bit about cost wise on this, and staying in a hotel right on the beach. We're trying to keep that as low as possible. But the other thing, when we say family friendly, we think about, you may have your family that wouldn't come with you to a business meeting or something like that normally, but maybe think of it a little bit different. Maybe this would be something where you can mix a little bit of the two together, because there's lots of things to do. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it. There is this thing, it's called Slingshot. And it is this big, giant arms that stick up into the air. And you get in it, and it pulls you way back, and it shoots you way up in the air. It's supposed to be the fastest slingshot in the country. So these are something that I personally don't look at and say, whoa, I want to do that.
So listen, we had an idea. We were doing videos there, and I was like, why don't we get on the Slingshot and have them video us and say, come for business, and then you say it as you're getting shot up in the air, and then stay for fun. But one of us would not get on it. They were too scared. Not going to mention who, but the other person has already been on that, and all my kids went on it, even my 8-year-old. So it is a lot of fun. It is pretty intimidating when you look at it, but it's not that scary. But that's the thing. So can I give you an idea of the layout of the land there? The convention center is across the street. The hotel is on the beach, and there's like I think they call it the boardwalk there in Daytona, but you can right out the back of your hotel. It's on the beach. There's a paved boardwalk, and it has candy stores, pizza places. It has Joe's Crab Shack all over the ocean. It goes out on a pier over the ocean. They have the Slingshot at night, or I guess open all day, but that's the main thing at night. And they have museums for the Daytona 500, because that's all in that town. So when you guys come, you won't need to go anywhere. The hotel, I think, has 8 restaurants on site. Plus, they have all the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, Joe's Crab Shack, all that stuff. They have, I think, 5
across the street.
Yeah. I think they have 5 ice cream places within that same block, and we've tried all of them. They're all good. But no, so it's just kind of, that's one of the reasons we picked there. So I've been there and helped with conventions there before. I think I've been there 5 times. And that was the one my kids and my family loved to come to, just because the kids and my wife could, stay at the beach or, walk downtown while I was at the convention. Then we'd meet back at night for dinner or whatever. That's one of the reasons we picked that. It's just because we're trying to incorporate, a family-friendly relaxing time while you're doing the business and meeting the connections and stuff like that. So we encourage you guys to come early. I believe you can get the day before or the day after for that same discounted rate. And they'll honor that for the day before, the day after. So if you want to come early, stay late, we would love to have you guys.
Yeah, and to do that, you would just mention the what event you're coming to, the National Shed Show and the Shed Sales Summit, and they would be able to honor that. Just I know the Daytona 500. I've never been to it. I've watched some of it on TV, but I hear it's very exhilarating. You might want to wear some earplugs or earmuffs if you're close to it from the noise, but definitely a once in a lifetime event if you've never done it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, it's just about five minutes down the road. Also, for travel wise, the Daytona International Airport is also, it's right beside the track. It's about 5 minutes from the show, or you can fly into the Orlando Sanford Airport, and that is about 30 to 40 minutes away. That's going to be your bigger airport. And not the Orlando. There's a difference. There's Orlando Airport and there's Orlando Sanford Airport. So it's the Orlando/Sanford Airport. But again, it's not very far away. It's pretty convenient.
And I fly out of there quite a bit. I know Allegiant Airlines flies in and out of there. So as far as a good price on a ticket, you can definitely use Allegiant or anywhere else. We're working on some other things that will break to you guys on that. So, we know why, we know when, how you can get registered is definitely nationalshedshow.com. If you do have questions, you reach out to Andrew or myself, and we'll be glad to answer those questions for you. Sponsorships for all of these are open. Booth spaces are open. Anything along those lines. Any question you may have, just reach out to us. We would love to be able to answer those for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were debating this with Peter I was debating this with Peter and the team. It was like, how can we make it any cheaper than what we have it at? I think we have a 10 by 10 booth is $1,200. So can we make it cheaper? And so if we get sponsors, we might be able to. But the point is just to get people in the industry there and make it affordable, convenient. That's why we worked with the hotel to get the prices to that point where you could have a nice room for an affordable rate. And so we are super excited about it for the Shed Sales Summit. Those tickets are not out, or that information is not out yet, because we still have this show coming up in September. We are super excited about that as well. For that, you can go to shedsalessummit.com, and then we will announce and do the tickets for in February, probably after September, maybe the 1st of October. So if you don't see that on the site, that's why.
One of the other things I wanted to mention on that Shed Sales Summit, we talked about savings and such. This is the 250th anniversary of our country, and we're just a couple of days away from July 4th. But we do have a code for you guys to save some money on that. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you can get those and you can save some money. Just type in that code USA250, and that'll save you quite a bit of money. And we're trying to keep our costs down as much as possible, but there is a lot of things that we're trying to definitely bring to you, so your value proposition is there. And I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for each and every one of you who have attended in the past and are coming this year. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our whole team. We are doing this to help you guys out as best we possibly can. Try to bring in people that is going to bring value to your businesses, something that you're able to take right in and use immediately, not just fluff. I would say we don't want to do fluff. We want substance. We want the meat and potatoes of that, and that's what we're aiming to bring to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I am excited about it. Of course, it is right after the NSRA on Tuesday. So you kind of be able to, it's all in the same building. So if you're going to the NSRA or if you're going to the Shed Sales Summit, check out the NSRA as well. You'll get a lot of value out of each one, even if you're not in the rent to own business. There's still a lot of value there. They do a great job at putting that show on. I seen they just announced some of their speakers. I'm excited about that. I was looking those guys up, and it's pretty exciting to see what the NSRA is doing. And again, it's just support those people like the NSRA that are doing, this to help the industry. It's get behind them, support them. Also, the Shed Show, the Shed Builder Expo in Knoxville on Wednesday and Thursday. Great show. Make sure you guys, if you're coming to the Shed Summit, make sure you go. It's literally across the street. I think the registration for that is open as well. But anyways, we are super excited about this. We would love to hear you guys' feedback on stuff we can do to make the experience better. And no matter what it is, if we have to, take Peter's idea and contact the FAA and the FCC and the UPS and the FedEx and the I don't know what we're doing anymore, but anyways.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the spectacle is put all the pies up in front of, and just let me judge. Put a mic right on me. Maybe that'll be a fun thing right there. Now, we do aim to have a good time. It is one thing that we're aiming for is, hey, we want you to have fun while you're there. We want you to be able to garner new networking connections with business partners. That's one thing I've found is the networking aspect of any shed event that I've gone to, whether that's a Shed Haulers Bash, whether that's a rent-to-own company's dealer, day or whatever you would call it, where they get together and bring in their dealers and you get to learn more about it. Listen, educate yourself, get the education you need to be able to grow in what you're doing. Because then you're going to create a better experience for your client, for your customer. When they walk in the door through your shed lot and they ask a question and you go, yeah, let me get back to you on that. That doesn't look very professional. But if you have the answer right away, then you're building that confidence and that clarity right away. And that just goes back to how much you've educated yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we really appreciate you guys hopping on, and we are excited to bring this news to you. Again, go to the Simply Shed Talk Facebook page. You can turn the notifications on, get notified live. But if you would like to reach out to us, you can email us at andrew@makingsalessimple.com or peter@makingsalessimple.com. You can text us, you can email us, you can message us here on these pages. We will get that. But we would love to have you guys part of the show. Help us with the show. Give us ideas about the show. Again, this show is all about the industry. So we would love to hear your input and what it would do to help your business, help your company, help it grow, help it stand out, and help it make a fun time for everybody that comes, and just a family-friendly, fun activity, and where you'll come for business but stay for the fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you guys next week. One more thing, go to National Shed Show Facebook page, like the page. Please share that page to get the word out about this show so we can have a bunch of people there to build new relationships with and grow the shed industry. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week.
See you next week.